All right, man. What's up, YouTube? I'm trying not to say that, but as I said, in my other channel, Live Rich Cambodia. This one's Goodbye USA. Anyways, sup, homies? Yeah, I know that. Even though I'm an old man, I still know sup, homies, man. I'm from the USA, and you guys are. Hopefully, you guys are watching me from the USA, so I can say sup, homies. I got a friend of mine lives over here in the Beret. He's from California. He's Khmer, but he came back over here to retire like me, and I tell him that all the time. Sup, homie? Anyways, a lot of people want change in their lives, but they don't know what to do. They're afraid of change. I've never been afraid of change. A lot of people are afraid of change. They're afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of that stuff, man. Even if you fail at something, man, you get up and you brush yourself off and get right back up on it again. Okay? And I've changed. I've done many things in my life. I've had many different careers. Okay. I've lived so many different places in the USA. I chased the money. Okay, because I like toys. I like my toys, not toys like Legos, and I like toys like mostly Harley Davidson motorcycles, but I've had a few other classic cars, girls, watches, expensive watches. Just like I said, I chased the money. That's just kind of what I did. I like to travel. I like to do a lot of different things. I even lived in Panama, not Panama, Florida, Panama, the country, for about 19 months. Now I've lived in Cambodia now for four years, so I'm not really afraid of change. I feel confident enough that I have enough knowledge and enough street smarts and enough whatever it takes to go wherever and make money. Okay, I can make money wherever I go. Okay, I'm going to figure out a way. Okay. Long time ago, I went to Carpenters Union, became an apprentice, which is starting out, became a journeyman, worked my way up, eventually took my contractor's license, became a general contractor, built some nice custom homes, man. I built some really nice houses. And the only way you can build something, in order to build something, any kind of house or build or anything or bridge or whatever, you got to build it from the ground up. I'm not aware of anything they build from the top down, but maybe they do and I just don't know about it. Maybe some kind of computer, I don't know. But anyways, you got to build something from the ground up, okay? And when you got to start from the ground, you got to start someplace, okay? You have to start. There has to be a starting point, okay? And I got a book right over here. It's not even a book. It's a notebook. You can see I got my little U.S. flag on it. It's got my name on it and stuff. It's just full of things I got to do when I'm in the USA, because I got a lot of things to do, and I will forget if I don't write them down. I got all my passwords in there in case something happens on it. I got all my contact numbers in there. So this is one of the first things I started on when I decided I was going to that I needed to go to the USA. Okay, and then I started looking at flights. I started making preparations for it, and I'm still kind of preparing on it. That way I don't forget anything, and I got everything prepared. But most of my videos, most of them, okay, most of this channel is kind of dedicated to the boomers, to the older people, okay, 50 plus community, 55 maybe plus community, okay. Don't wait. Okay, I know you guys are scared of change. Old people are scared of change. I'm not really scared of change, and I'm an old person, but most old people I've ever run into, they're just scared of change. Okay, they've ate at the same coffee shop or whatever for the last 20 years, and they're not changing. Okay, that's just the way older people work. Okay, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's just the way they are. But these two channels that I have, Live Rich Cambodia, and this one right here, which is Goodbye USA, is mostly set up for the elderly people, the boomers that are just, they're living on a fixed income and they're just struggling to get by. Okay, they're just struggling to get by. They got kids. Oh, I got kids and grandkids, man. You can see them online. You can see them all the time online. You can talk to them every day, man. I'm getting ready to go to the USA soon. I'll be over there for about a month, and I'm going to talk to my wife and daughter every day online, man. Okay? So Even before I moved over here. My daughter's 9. I've only lived over here for 4 years, so because I was working, and I talked to them every day, several times a day online. So yeah, I missed them, but I still got to see them. I still got to talk to them. Not like back in the olden days where you just had a phone with a wire on it. Anyways, but like I said, my channels are mostly geared to the older people. Don't wait till you're like 75 or 80 years old or whatever it is, man. You can barely get around on a walker or a wheelchair, and then look back and say, man, I wished I did something when I was younger. You know, we don't know where we're going to go. I kind of wish we had an expiration date on the bottom of our feet, some other place, maybe where, you know, maybe where the sun don't shine, where we have to have somebody else look at it for. I don't know, but it'd be kind of handy in a way, but it'd be kind of depressing in a way. Know that whatever time you were gonna pass away. But anyways, today's message is mostly for the younger people. And when I say younger, I'm just gonna kind of give you a random age here. It's not really a random age, but let's say between 25 and 35 years old. Okay. That is the time in your life where you should get out and have a good, nice adventure before you decide to get married and have kids and all the rest of that stuff. Where you're straddled with a mortgage payment and car payments and all the rest of that stuff. Especially you guys that have graduated from high school, got into a university, got a nice little degree going on. Got out of that university with that nice, shiny little brand new degree from whatever university, expensive university you went to. And maybe you worked for a place for 8 or 9 months or whatever, and you thought you had it made, and you got that email that says you're no longer needed. Or maybe you just can't even find a job. And you got those student loans and all that, you know, all the credit card bills and all the rest of that stuff. I'd escape that. Okay? But you got to have a plan. Okay? Just like when you're building a house, you got to have a plan. You just can't start getting out there with a bunch of wood and just start trying to make something, because it's going to look like, well, it's going to look like some of the places that they live in over here. Okay? All right? It's just not going to come out well. You got to have a plan. Okay? And the first thing you got to do on that plan is you got to decide maybe where you want to stay. Okay, there's a lot of different third world countries in the world. There's quite a few in Africa. I'd be careful which ones you went to, but there's some in South America. We got something kicking off in South America right now. I'd be kind of careful. In Mexico, I already talked about that one. But Southeast Asia's got a whole lot of third world countries around here. Okay, except for Singapore, which is really expensive, but beautiful place. You guys can get out there and travel around. If you let me, I mean, I know nobody believes me. If you are a U.S. citizen and you got that U.S. passport and you speak English, which obviously if you listen to me, you probably most likely speak, and you got a 4-year degree from a university, even if it's a hokey pokey university, man. No offense to any hokey pokey universities if they have them, but if you got a degree from any university in the United States, a 4-year degree, man, you come over here, you got it. That is a golden ticket. Okay, these companies will just climb all over you to try to get you to come to work for them. And I hate to sound like a chauvinist or whatever. I don't even know what the word is they use now, but if you're an attractive young lady and you come over here with a 4-year degree and a good attitude, all these men in these big corporate offices around here, all they see all day is Asian Khmer ladies, which is nothing wrong with that. For me, there's nothing wrong with that, because all I've ever seen is just American girls. So anyways, if you come over here, nice professional attitude, and you're from the USA, and with that nice degree, man, they are going to jump all over I mean, you're not going to have any problem getting a job. You're just not going to. All right, okay. And like I said, it might sound a little bit chauvinistic. It might not. And you think, well, over there, I'm only going to make, I don't know. If you make $40,000-$50,000 a year over here, man, you are just swimming in the money. Okay, you are just swimming in the money. Okay, and like I've said in other videos, there is no garnishment system over here. Okay, you can just, like I said, you guys can figure that one out. All those credit cards and all the rest of that stuff, man, those student loans, all the rest of that stuff. You can come over here, man. There ain't nothing they can do to you. Like I said, unless you work for a company that's based out of the USA, there's nothing they can do. Okay, and you say, man, God, I went to a university for 4 years, and all I can make is $50,000-$60,000 a year. Over here, that is an absolute fortune. Okay, most of these people over here are lucky if they make $200 or $300 a month. Okay, and if you're making $5,000 a month, man, you can just do the math there. Okay, go online and look and see. Like I said, not just here, you can look at any one of these Southeast Asian countries about apartments and stuff and condos for rent or for buying. I was looking at buying a condo over there in Thailand. They had a nice, beautiful condo I was looking at. I just kind of thought about it. I'm still kind of thinking about it, but the one I was looking at was I think it was like $65,000. Just absolutely beautiful condo. Just beautiful 2-bedroom condo, man. I don't know. I just thought I'd just buy it and have a nice place to, run off to every now and then. But like I said, the cost of living over here is just so much cheaper, and you don't even need a car. If you live in the city and you work in the city, man, they got those little pass apps run you around just for a few dollars here and there. And for you guys, you're gonna, like I said, you come over here with a 4-year degree and you're living in a nice condo and whatever. You've seen the videos of where some of these young Asian ladies live. I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you see they just live in absolute poverty, man. It's just unbelievable poverty. They ain't never had nothing, probably never will in their lives. So even if you don't speak any English, man, when I first knew my wife, she only knew hello, how are you, and that was about all she knew. And now she speaks English pretty good. Can't read and write it too good, but she can speak it, understand it pretty good. So sometimes it's kind of fun. I remember when we first time we got married and stuff, and we went off on our little honeymoon and stuff, and she took a shower, and she was shy. She took a shower anyway. She came out and she had her little towel wrapped around her, and I had a bottle of lotion already, man. I put lotion on her arms and her shoulders and everything. I didn't need to explain it. She saw the lotion and she just knew. So what I mean. It was kind of fun. But anyways, you guys can have that. You guys can have a great, absolutely great adventure between the ages of 25 and 35 that you remember for the rest of your life, man. Before you decide to run off and get married, have kids and a mortgage and all the rest of that stuff. And hopefully by then, when you decide, like I said, you decide if the United States is not going anyplace. It is going to be an absolute dumpster fire, and it is just going to be disgusting. But it's still going to be there. Okay, they're not going to get rid of Billings, Montana, or Vallejo, California. None of those places. They're still going to be there. They're just going to be nastier and more expensive. So the USA you can always go back, and I think most of you could probably come up with $10,000, man. Stop paying everything for about 3 months. Put that money in a box. Don't spend it for nothing else other than maybe, like I said, a passport, an airplane ticket, a one-way airplane ticket. Come over here and start anew, man. Like I said, maybe in 6, 7, 8 years, I don't know. Maybe they'll forgive those student loans, man. Maybe they need you guys to come back. I don't know. But like I said, now is the time in your life that you can go have fun. It used to be back in the day when I was in high school. People would graduate from high school or graduate from college, and they would hitchhike. It was called hitchhiking. You put your thumb out and you hope for a ride. People pick you up, man. They would hitchhike across the country. Okay, and even a little bit after that, people would backpack across Europe after they finished with college, kind of take a little break and stuff. Anyways, I'm here to help you right now for free. Okay, you guys can shoot me an email, live, LIVE LIVE.RICH.CAMBODIA@gmail.com, or you can leave comments in the comment section. I'm coming to the USA here real soon, and when I get there, I won't be making a whole lot of videos about Cambodia because I'm going to be in the USA already. So, maybe one of those videos, man. I've had the same phone number now. I have T-Mobile. I just have talk and text. I don't have any internet because I'm not over there to use it. But I've had the same phone number now for, man, maybe like 23, 24 years. So I just kept it. And I call every couple, 3 days, man, check my voicemails, you know, and maybe I'll get my phone number out. Maybe you guys can call me. You got some questions or something. You can talk to me on the phone. But, you know, really nobody ever calls me. I'll call. You have 2 new messages, and it'll be from the same guy. Oh, hello, my name is Sam. I am calling you from the IRS. You owe back taxes, and we're going to come and arrest you if you don't pay your tax. You know the whole thing, right? Scam, you know, one of those scam calls, man. I just hit 7 to delete the call. Anyways, but that was my best Indian impression. I'm sorry. I got Indian friends, so I even do that to them sometimes. So, anyways, if you guys are serious about wanting to leave the USA, there's steps, there's things I can help you do. There's things I can tell you to how to plan. I can give you assistance along the way. Like I said, right now it's for free. I can't do it on a 20-minute YouTube video because there's so many different circumstances, so many different things I'd have to look up. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the medical career. If you guys are nurses, I don't know if maybe you can just come over here and be a damn doctor. A nurse in the USA probably knows more than the top doctors over here. So, like I said, I don't know about all that, but everybody's circumstance will be different. So, if you guys leave me a comment in the comment section, or when I come to the USA, maybe, like I said, maybe I'm probably going to make some short stuff from a hotel room, different places, stuff like that. But I'm not going to be in Cambodia. I'm going to be in the USA, and what am I going to show you guys there? So, anyways, like I said, if I can help anyone out, right now it's free. I ain't gonna charge. I don't charge nothing, man. I want to help some of you people have a better life, man. You know, kind of sucks, man, living like that, having to live with whole 6 roommates or in mom's basement or whatever you guys got to do, man. Especially for you guys, man. That's just not. I don't know. If you want to live like that, it's okay. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go right now, and one last thing. When I'm over there, I gotta find me. Maybe I'll find one over here. Old plastic mannequin somebody's throwing out. I'm gonna cut a finger off of it because I'm tired of it. Man, I just need that one finger to push a subscribe, man. Just to push a subscribe and just close your eyes and just hit it. You ain't gotta tell nobody, man. I don't even know. I don't even know the name of the people that subscribe, man. Even if you don't watch my channels, I just like to hit a. I just like to see another subscribe. So, anyways, I do sit kind of close to the camera because I feel like I'm talking to friends. Like I said, I don't have the fancy microphone and, you know, the big fancy studio and all that stuff. That's not my end goal. I started me one last thing. I started me a domain. I hooked up on a domain because I'm going to start a business to help people move over here. After a couple years doing YouTube, once I get my name out there, and it's going to be the same. It's live, L-I-V-E, dash, like a minus sign, dash, rich, R-I-C-H, dash, like minus sign again, Cambodia.com. Okay, I got my domain name. I paid for that today. So, like I said, that's kind of my end goal, is to make a business to help people escape the United States, because it is going to be an absolute S show over there soon. Okay, I'm telling you, I have read history. I study a lot. I read a lot, and I look at a lot of different things. And I'm telling you, I see exactly where it's going, man. And my suggestion is to get out of there as soon as you can. So if I can help you, man, please, like I said, shoot me an email, leave a comment. Send a carrier pigeon, man. I don't know if I can find my house. Send a pigeon, man. I'll read that little note, but I don't know if the pigeon can find my house. I ain't never seen no. Well, they got pigeons in the city. But anyways, you guys have a good one, and I appreciate you listening to my channel. Thank you so much.